Today we're talking about Braxton Jones trade talks. Reports are that the Bears are willing to move on from Braxton Jones and that there could be several teams interested in acquiring the former starting left tackle. I just wanted to briefly discuss my thoughts on what we could get for a trade and what I think the Bears will do. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, there is a clear narrative out there with Braxton Jones. A lot of people think he flat out sucks. And to me, that's simply not true. Yes, our offensive line has been a lot better since we benched him, but that doesn't mean he's not a valuable commodity that other teams could be interested in. He's a 3-year starting left tackle, and he's just 26 years old. There are at least a handful of teams out there that could use a player like Braxton. For the Bears, yes, we could still use him as a depth piece, but we could also shop him around and see what kind of offers we could get here. Or at the very least, listen if other teams are calling about him. Now, Braxton is not a Pro Bowl player, and he got benched for undrafted free agent Theo Benedict. But here's the thing, there aren't many starting caliber left tackles available on the trade market, if any. So, a team that is desperate for a left tackle not only might be interested, but they could even overpay for a guy like Braxton Jones. Now, let's be clear here, Braxton is a good player. He's a very good run blocker. He graded in the top 15 last year per PFF in run blocking. He's also very athletic and really good in space. He gets to the second level. He's really good on screen plays, and he can even nullify speed rushers at times. Braxton's biggest issue in the NFL is dealing with the bull rush. His anchor is by far his biggest weakness. Other teams might be able to hide Braxton's weakness a little bit better, but in Chicago, he was holding us back. But just because of his struggles here doesn't mean he can't offer value to a number of teams. The question is, what kind of compensation could the Bears get in return? And that's where it gets murky because I really doubt we'd get much more than a fifth round pick. And at that point, it's kind of questionable. Unless you can get a fifth round pick for him, you might as well let him walk during free agency next year and take your chances with a comp pick. If a team offers more than that, I would really have to think long and hard about trading him away. Now, you also can't forget about this fact here, guys, because a lot of people are like, we can't trade Braxton, we need him for depth. Remember that Poles has good player relations. He let Justin Fields choose where he was getting traded to, and he's often traded away players to give them better opportunity when he moves them. We didn't need to trade Khalil Herbert last year. We could have used him for depth on this roster. But Ryan Poles knew Khalil was good enough to get more playing time elsewhere, and he let him showcase his talent before hitting free agency. Herbert got dealt to the Bengals. We could do the exact same thing with Braxton Jones. Even though we can use him for depth at tackle instead of trading him away, Poles could still decide to pull the trigger. And another big if here. What if Karan Amagaji is healthy soon? He could easily take Braxton's spot as the third left tackle. If Karan comes back, it would allow the Bears to move on from Braxton while still having four tackles on the roster. Darnell Wright, Theo Benedict, Ozzie Trapillo, and Karan Amagaji. So when it comes down to it, I think it's at least 50-50 here the Bears could trade Braxton Jones. Do not rule this one out. It kind of just depends on if we can find the right trade partner and what they're willing to give up. But as far as other players on the roster, I don't really see us having a lot of players we can trade away. This is a team that is trying to win football games, add more talent to the roster, not acquire draft picks. But the one guy I've mentioned before is DJ Moore, and I'm kind of just tired of talking about that one. I honestly do not want to trade DJ. He's a big part of this offense, but I always love providing context to arguments. And I've already talked about why the Bears could move on from him in previous videos. It's not very likely, but if the perfect trade partner came along, I think it's a deal that could be made. But other than that, I think the Bears are going to be looking to bring in players, not trade away players on this roster. This team is in win now mode. So, really, the most realistic guy that could get moved is Braxton Jones. Thanks again to everyone who watches. I just wanted to quickly touch on this topic and cover all of the questions you guys might have. If there are any questions out there I didn't answer, leave them in the comments below and I'll get to them. But since there are people reporting about the trade rumors, I wanted to go ahead and get ahead of it. Stay tuned, guys. I have some awesome videos on the way. Remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.